Oh,
So
yes.
it was like 5 episodes, but it was like 10
Yeah.
episodes to us, really.
Yeah, it was really different.
In the space of a few months, and it was really tough. And between the Christmas and New Year, I did, that's out of everything that's happened over the last 3.5, 4 years, that I do remember being...
I think that was the most stressful thing.
Yeah, that was the most stressful thing, where I felt like on the edge of like my
because
mental
I think
health.
I, as a mother and a grandmother, it was that, it's as heart of, is Lucy going to be all right? And we didn't know, she's tiny little baby having heart surgery.
And they talk about the risks all the time of what could happen and what could go wrong. So,
and then building yourself up to it going, to Lucy going in, and then it not happening. Like, okay, when is it going to happen? And I would hope that wouldn't happen going forwards for people, because it was COVID that was causing that.
I think
they do have.
It still happens, but it
yeah.
still happens, but it doesn't seem, from the families I know that have been through it in the last sort of 12 months, it doesn't seem as bad as it was then.
But like I say, that we were in a Lucy bubble, but obviously there were other families and other
with great
children,
needs,
and that's what you don't take on board when you're in that situation. And I was really worried about Laura's anxiety because each time it happened, it was building up more and more. John he was amazing and very stoic, if that's the right word. Stoic. And which was great support for Laura, but I was so proud of both of them, but so proud of Laura in managing to hold it together. And I think in any situation like that, when people are put under that kind of pressure, it's very difficult to understand. It's like the swan on the lake, and everything's going crazy under the water.
Yeah,
it was very much like that.
Yeah,
the feeling,
because we had Lucy, and when you have a child in that situation, you need to remain calm in front of them, and they need to not pick up.
What the children do, but pick up on vibes.
They do pick up on vibes.
Like you're. I'm not making reference directly with animals, but in a way I am, because animals do that. We do that. We pick up on people's vibes.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They were amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. I think one of the reasons John was able to be so supportive and kept such a level head during that time was because his work were very supportive.
Oh, yes, they were.
Obviously, you were holding my other baby, the recruitment business, so I didn't need to worry about my work, and John didn't need to worry about his work, because they just kept saying, work from home if you need to, take a day off if you need to. So when we had a cancellation, he wouldn't just immediately go, well, we're not going into the Freeman today, I'll go back to work. He would let them know what had happened. And generally, because I was so upset, he'd usually take that day just to support me. And I think that was a big help during that time.
Oh, it must have been.
I've heard from other families where they're put under pressure from their work, and it's the last thing you need in those situations. And there's a big push on parental leave, and businesses, are being forced to support parents with parental leave. But that's unpaid leave. People can't cope not being paid. We're all stretched financially. So to expect parents to take time off and not be paid is not how it should work. And a lot of parents in those situations are forced to do that. So the fact that John's employer was supportive, allowed him to do what he needed to do, and still paid him was a big thing, I think, that got us through that time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, it was, and when the day finally came and Lucy went in for a ROP, you were so funny, Mum, because you just wanted to be there for us and you didn't know what to do. So you took us, do you remember? You took us to Morrison's or somewhere. We decided we wanted to buy Lucy an outfit for when she woke up from her operation, because there was the only thing you could think of that might take our minds off it. And John was like, you two go and do that. That just doesn't feel right to go shopping while Lucy's under the knife.